We're going to start off with a Telegram scam. For those of you who don't know, Telegram is a sort of global messaging app. For some reason, somehow, my telephone number and my identifier got circulated to this group of people. And if you can't read the screen, it says at the top, OTC Desk and Trading by Independent Reserve. It has 38,000 members in the group with 1,800 online. So OTC, over-the-counter desk and trading by Independent Reserve. For some reason, I looked at it and went, I don't remember joining that group. And I think, obviously, the scammers had got my details from somewhere and shoved me into a group. So at the beginning, I was like, okay, this is probably a scam, but I'm going to just look and play with it and see what I can figure out. And I've entitled this part, Mike Goodman has been busy. And there's a reason for that. If you look at the top of the screen, the sort of orange colored indicator on the left, Mike Goodman, he's buying some asset. And if you look to the right-hand side, it says 2329. His name is followed by Oliver, and then Adam, and then Jared. So this is supposedly people within the group saying, I want to buy over the counter this asset. I'm trying to sell 300,000 of this. I want to buy 100,000 of that. Let's just see how this evolves. So if we scroll down, go to the next day, keep scrolling. There you go. It's Mike Goodman again. And now it's 5:29 in the morning. Funnily enough, exactly 6 hours since his last post. 6 hours precisely. And Mike is followed by Oliver and Adam and Jared again. Continuing onwards. So there you go. Mike Goodman again, 11:29, another 6 hours later. So they've got an application that's posting these every 6 hours, just looping round, putting tens of posts into the thing. So it looks like it's an active group. So I decided to have a bit of fun with them. So I thought, okay, let me see if they got anything about Casper on there. So I searched through the groups and said, okay, is there anybody looking for Casper? Oh, look, there you go. Kobe, Oliver again, Kobe, Oliver, the same posts. Again, regular time schedule, etc. So I thought, okay, I'll get into the negotiations with these guys and see what happens next. So this is a guy called Ants, but they claim to be like the owner of the group, right? So I just said, I'm new to over the counter. I understand there's a 1% escrow fee. How does it work in practice? What do I do? And they talk about the minimum fees, $30, blah, blah, blah. And what's really interesting is they'll even accept locked tokens. So you may have some tokens given to you that are locked by the vesting schedule, the project you're involved, but they will buy them from you, but it costs you more to do that. And they take higher fees, obviously. I go on to ask him, how do I use this in practice? And he says, first, what you have to do is find a deal that you like, have a conversation with that person, agree a price, agree amount, and then loop me in and the team in, and then we will act as the escrow while you send some money across, and we will make sure that everyone gets paid. This is the pitch that they come with. So here we go. Here's a guy who professes to be the escrow for the account. You can see it says Dennis Quark, escrow. How does it work in practice, I asked. He then cut and pasted this information to the chat, and it's really ironic because it says there halfway down, just all that, beware of scammers. You can see it, there's a big exclamation mark. Beware of scammers. If you're not using us as escrow, you could, be scammed. Be careful. And it gives you links to, our website, their LinkedIn profile, the Twitter and Facebook. All quite convincing, really. So what I did then is I then decided I would talk to the person who was offering CAS. I'm interested in the CAS, not used it before, how much you're interested in, general chit chat, okay? And when you read the words in detail, it sounds like the same person that was in the other 3 conversations. Now, ultimately, I didn't go through with this. I blocked them, but it's happening thousands of times every day all over the world. The big thing to take away from this whole experience is take your time, look, do your own research, look at the screen. It's quite convincing. You sit there and you go, okay, every 5-10 minutes somebody's posting something about a new deal or whatever, and you look in there, and if you're naive, if I hadn't registered the fact that I didn't join this group voluntarily, I'd be thinking, okay, this looks quite interesting. But then you see the repeating transactions, then you see the repeating posts. You then have this conversation, which is apparently the same person. It's all in the details. Interestingly, Independent Reserve is a real company. All right. So while I'm in the middle of this, I go off and I go and look at Independent Reserve, the OTC trading desk for lots of cryptos. This is their website. You can contact the OTC desk, and it lists all of the cryptos that they trade. Casper isn't one of them, and many of the posts that were there also were not covered by the sort of list of assets that they said they traded. Another point, I went into the details there, and they say, okay, it says contact the OTC desk, but it said, in order for you to be able to trade with us, we must take you through KYC before we can enter into any transaction. And clearly there are people here in the Telegram group pretending to be Independent Reserve and bypassing all of that.